Hello guys, before we begin today's video, I want to inform you that I made a new spreadsheet that comes along with personal coaching from me. It's about Dracotail. It has everything you need to know about it. It includes deck list, combos, notes of every possible Dracotail variant like Primate, Magistus, K9, even Dragonmaid, which is today's video. And all you need to do is contact me on Discord. I will have the link down in the description and we can discuss the details of our collaboration. So without further ado, let's proceed right into the video. So firstly, I will show just a few combos. I obviously have all the combos in the spreadsheet, and for that you need to go to my Discord. But first combo is Lucius plus Parlor. You can also do that with Chamber if you have in hand. So you fusion into Sacramentum Dragon, you reborn Parlor, you send the big Parlor from the deck, you summon the new Dragonmaid fusion, and you set the Ketu, you add the fusion of Dragonmaids, and you fusion summon into Seu, so now you have an Omni Negate to protect your place, you activate Urgula to add back Femena, then you will send Pan and Femena to the graveyard to go for Altahiron. You set both the traps, you add back Femena for turn 0 plays, and then you reborn on the stamp phase of your opponent's chamber, you add more follow-up, then you go into Filial Ages. After you negate, you will go into House Maiden, you will return the chamber, you will trigger House Maiden to pop a card, and you can also fusion summon into Gramiel. So next combo will be one card combo Chamber Dragonmaid. So what you're gonna do is start by normal summoning it, going into Link 1, strike your best card. You can also do it with Blue Eyes. Then you activate Hospitality to reborn it, and Foolish, most importantly, another dark high level Dragonmaid, which is the new one, which is very good honestly, better than the other high level Dragonmaids. So what you're gonna do is banish them both to go into the new Dragonmaid, which is Lady. Lady will summon Parlor, and Parlor will dump the trap card. You can also dump Fusion if you have a lot of monsters in hand, but because this is a one card combo, I will show dumping the trap. So what you're gonna do then is link summon to Spheres, which can actually give you access to Dragontail, and on your opponent's turn, you will standby phase activate Lady to go for the Seu, and Seu in standby phase is also a monster reborn. So you have an Omnigate, you reborn the Parlor. Parlor will dump a name in the graveyard, so you can reborn with Trap. Dumping the Trap also prevents the opponent from activating Nib, because if they activate Nib, you will reborn your fusion, you will activate Spheres, and you can get access either to Magnamut or Mul. So for the sake of the video, let's say you dump the high level Dragonmaid, which can protect your fusions from effect destruction. Let's say you reborn that, and after you activate Seu to Omni Negate, not Spheres, sorry, you need to activate Seu first in order to get the maximum value. But yeah, what you can do is return Parlor and then summon Mul with the Spheres, and after you do that, you can fusion summon into either the Gramiel to pop an extra card, or the Altahiron to either bounce a card or add back a monster from your graveyard. And keep in mind, all that is just off of one card, and you set follow-up, you have an Omni Negate, you have a Negate and the pop. So yeah, pretty good endboard, I think, just of one card. So let's go straight into the replays. First replay will be against Vanquish or K9, which is probably the most popular deck post Justice Hunters. So I'm going first, I draw 2 hand traps Trust Parallel plus Lucius, and all of a sudden we draw the combo that I said earlier. So that's a very good start. He has 3 hand traps, but we have Ash for Fuga, so we only have to play around one Ash Blossom, I'm sorry. So we go to Sacramentum to reborn the Parlor. Parlor will dump the other Parlor, and we will summon Ladies. I set the wrong spell, by the way. You should always set Ketu. So you add the Changeover, activate the Changeover to add Urgula, but he has Ash. So I summon Seu, which is an Omnigate, plus I will set a card, and I have Thrust. He has 3 cards, but he is not able to play because in the standby phase I will summon more fusions. So game 2 he goes first, he activates Shoot to reveal Jialong. He will activate Jialong Chainlink 1, Shoot Chainlink 2 to reveal those 2 to summon from the deck, and I will Chainlink 3 for mana, just because I have Mull in hand, so if he summons Raisin I can negate that if he activates it. He's smart, so he's not activating, of course. I will add back my monsters and I will negate Jialong. Just to play around the extra search, because I realized that he is not gonna activate Raisin, and that's very well played for him, because he has not normal summoned. He will normal summon now. He will add Burger, which is fine because we have Droll, and Droll shuts off the rest of the Canaan engine. He could go into Reaper with the 2 level 5 Vanquish to play around Droll, and that would be a very good play. He goes into Nash Knight and steals my Aldehiron. He goes into Reaper just for an extra negate, and he has Droll in hand. Draw phase, we activate Trap card, we draw one. He activates Droll, which he can't, but it doesn't matter. And I will fuse with all the Fugas. And the good thing about this deck is that even if you open Fugas while you have cards, you can send them as fusion materials. And then, because you send more cards from the hand, Aldehiron adds more cards from the graveyard, and you can also bounce more cards. So I'm gonna bounce his Nash Knight, because I cannot target Reaper. And I will negate Reaper with Mull. And obviously I will chain block these effects, so he cannot negate. I will activate Ketu, and I will fusion someone into Gramiel. He will draw, but it doesn't matter, because I can now pop the Reaper with Gramiel, and I will pop with Pan the Burger, just to play around a potential Vanquish monster in hand. So yeah, I add Femena to the hand, and I have to play around the Lupus in the graveyard, so I will fusion summon once more into the Mysterion, and if he activates anything, I will just banish it. So next replay is against Cyber Dragon Kanan, and this is from a clan war, which we play in the Discord server, so you will see me being a bit more strict with the plays, and not allowing takebacks. So I will ask Blossom the core because it's broken, but he has a lot of Kanan monsters in hand to play through my hand traps. Here he activates Lupus in hand, thankfully, so he sent the Jokul, and that gives me a Magnum Search, which is very important in this hand because I have not drawn any starters. So that will give him access to the quick play spell on top of activating all the extra Kanan monsters in hand. Yes, here you see me not allowing not to send core, but apparently it doesn't matter. I draw Kolbe, which is not great. In this hand I would like a monster. But thankfully he doesn't do anything before I activate the fusion, so I will just activate Seu to try to negate SP, and that will force both the SP effects. I will pop it with Pan, I will pop the Reaper, and when he activates Izuna from hand, I can just activate Kolbai, negate the Izuna, he summons the Lupus, which is pretty good for me because now I can banish it by sending it to the graveyard, and the last card is the quick play spell, which cannot do anything if you don't have an Xyz on board. So with Ketu I add Urgula, I will just pop the set, and I have a full Dragontail combo. So now we will go into game 2. And in game 2 he will go first again. I sided in Duster just because the potential the continuous spell that makes everything machine, the Clockwork Knight, and I didn't want to have to deal with that because actually in this deck not having dragons actually hurts. Here he tries to reborn with the rank 5 a dark, and he doesn't play around Magnamut again, which I have. He tries to go to Nova, but that's legal because they're not machines, and he just summons Reaper, and Reaper is not good at all here because I can just attack over it, but because I have Lucius, I can play through the Ash Blossom, I add Femena, and then main phase 2 I will do the full Dragontail combo. He activates Lupus for some reason, which I don't get. He could possibly Lupus into Typhoon, but that's not something that worries me, because I can just activate SP, and if he activates Lupus, I can just chain SP to banish it permanently. So I will pop every card he has, I will set follow-up, I have draw, and he does draw the Clockwork Knight for turn, so the Duster would come in handy. So final replay is against Yami Purrely, which is okay, all the Furies at one deck. So here I have drawn Chamber Dragonmaid, and I will perform the standard one card combo. But because I have Orgula in hand, I will add Changeover just to go. I should go into SEO, but I think that was my first game ever with a deck, so I wasn't very familiar with the combos. So yeah, Altehiron will go into the spheres because it's a dragon and I can special summon it back for free anytime I want. Yeah, so here I did a misplay. I shouldn't set Keto, I should set Rahu. To fusion summon with this, it's exactly the same thing, basically. So yeah, you set both and he activates Nib, which is actually pretty good for me because I had misplayed a lot in this game because it was my first ever game. So activates first to go into Mul, and I will fusion summon with Mul, with Urgula and the Parallel in hand. I will pop his Nibiru and I will add back Femana, which is very important. So yeah, we go into game 2. Game 2, he will start by going first. Keep in mind that I don't know what deck he's playing. I will activate Fuga on his Delicious, but he has Blossoms that. And he discards Nib, so 3 hand traps minus. He goes into Link 1, and then I see the Yamis, which is pretty good. And he activates the field spell, but the field spell doesn't have anything to reborn. I will draw Lucius. I wasn't aware that the field spell boosts the attack by 500, so I told him that I will summon Lucius instead, which is exactly the same as normal summoning Mul in this scenario. And basically I will set the trap card. He will activate Purrely and he gets lucky and he gets happy. I'm not sure how many Xyz he plays in this deck. I don't know if the Purrely cards are just for extenders. So yeah, basically I will add back Droll and from there it's game because he cannot play the game. So yeah guys, this is the video and this is the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. I personally truly believe that this list is the best I've made so far with Dracotail, and it's by far the most competitive. I know it might not seem so, but after playing it so many times, I have come to realize that this deck provides the extra assistance that you need on the end board, which other lists don't have. And this because Dragonmaid are dragons, you have more synergy than other engines like K9, for example, which can actually brick you. So yeah, this deck consists of 3 chamber, 3 parlors, which are both one card combos. Unfortunately, you have to play the big ones, but the dark one is actually good because you can revive a Dragonmaid from banished or graveyard. Hospitality for chamber one card combo. Obviously, the changeover is pretty good in this deck because it also gives you an extra normal spell to add of Thrust that can fusion summon if you already have used Draco and Ketu or Talents. Filia Regis actually is very good because it synergizes very well with House Dragonmaid, and you can get an extra pop after you banish a card, which is pretty damn good. This deck also utilizes spheres very good. Yeah, it has everything you need in a Dragontail list, and you can also play Rivalry because all your monsters are dragons, so you can basically have even a better matchup against Vanquish all. Yeah, so that's the deck. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.